Hello Weirdos, I'm Pastor Darren. Welcome to your Daily Undead from the Church of the Undead. This is my opportunity to bring you into what I'm doing with my own daily Bible studies, or perhaps bring you a short message of hope and encouragement during the week aside from the normal Sunday episodes. If you've not already subscribed, be sure to do so now so you don't miss future uploads, and please invite others you think might also like the podcast. Tell them to visit weirddarkness.com/church for links to the podcast, our Facebook page, and more. That's weirddarkness.com/church. I've been having a lot of fun recently going through my memories on Facebook, and way back in January of 2010, when I was still pursuing a stand-up comedy career, I had something that I just called my comedy newsletter, and apparently I posted that on Facebook. And there's an article that I wrote called Failed New Year's Resolutions that I'm actually surprised I was mature enough to write back then, but I thought I'd share it here with you because it does have something to do with Church of the Undead and what we do here. It's called Failed New Year's Resolutions. January 1st, I resolved to lose weight, day 1. January 2nd, I used the treadmill. January 8th, say, what was my New Year's resolution again? Gee, I can't remember now. That's how it always happens. In January, I promise I'm going to do 100 sit-ups a day, give up sugar, run 5 miles each morning, and contribute all of my spare change to those less fortunate while volunteering at the local mission each evening instead of watching television. About 3 hours later, I find out exactly how weak my resolve truly is when I hear the muffled sound of the vanilla ice cream calling me from the freezer. I try to ignore it, but end up failing. I give up and say to myself, oh well, maybe next year. Now, where's that chocolate sauce? Ooh, a new episode of CSI is on tonight. Ooh, it's an 8-hour CSI marathon, sweet! After 41 years on this planet, again, I wrote this back in 2010, after 41 years on this planet, I've yet to endure more than a couple of weeks before my New Year's resolutions crumble. And those are the easy ones. So rather than give up this year, I've come up with my own personal New Year's resolutions list that I know will be practically impossible not to keep. I resolve to finally get around to changing the coffee in the coffee maker. When I hear a funny joke, to not reply LOL. Not to get involved with rap music. To take all the vacation time that's coming to me. If someone offers me a cold Pepsi, to smile and say, thanks, don't mind if I do. When I get my paychecks this year, to cash them promptly. If the IRS sends me any back this year, not to argue with them about it. To not walk a tightrope while gargling peanut butter. I borrowed this one from my father, and he's still going strong after many, many years without breaking it. Way to go, Dad. We're proud of you. But then resolutions and promises such as this aren't going to help me grow all that much as a human being or as a Christian, are they? The problem is that it takes character to keep the worthwhile promises, even those promises I make only to myself. And building character is hard work. We all will fail because we are all human. I can encourage others when they fall and forgive them if they wrong me. I can lift them up and say, hey, welcome to the human race. You okay? Good. I forgive you. Now let's get you back up on that horse. But when it comes to my own failures, I rarely leave room for forgiveness and second chances. Why is that? Am I not just as important and loved by God as that person I just encouraged and forgave a few moments ago? I just recently came to the realization that our failed New Year's resolutions are a wonderful example of God's love and forgiveness. Really, because our failures in these resolutions are so obvious and greatly magnified in our own eyes. We can't help but see how big of a failure we are. We've promised to pray every day, to stop drinking, smoking, to stop swearing, to read our Bible every day, to honor God in everything we do, and then we fail. Fortunately, that's when God steps in and says, hey, welcome to the human race. You okay? Good. I forgive you. Now let's get you back up on that horse. Who knew I could write like that 14 years ago? If you enjoyed today's message or if you like the Church of the Undead in general, please tell others about the podcast whom you think might also want to join in. You can find links to the podcast, our Facebook page, and more at WeirdDarkness.com/church. That's WeirdDarkness.com/church. Thanks for joining me, Weirdos. Until next time, Jesus loves you, and so do I. God bless.